Okay, welcome to tutorial on how to make your final planning drawings for your for the test character, but this will be also what you do for your final design when we get into that part. So there's four things. You need a color stitch version or just a colored version of the parts list for the laser cutting with colors. You need a circuit diagram and you need a production outline. So I've done this a couple of times, and just there's the 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. What I'm going to do is open up this where I've got these characters, and I'm going to move them over off of the artboard. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a copy. Copy and paste. We're going to. I'm just going to grab these titles right now and just use them to kind of show what we're going to do today. So we've got the laser cut part, and we got the circuit diagram down here. Okay, so I've copied it over here, and I need to unfill because I don't need the fill on it, and then I need to add some colors. So I'm just going to copy and paste some colors. Orange. The only thing you need to know about the text tool, which is over here, is once you're in the text tool, if you keep clicking, it's just going to make more text for you. So like I love like text. So you need to click on the selection tool so that you can move it and spell right. Okay. But once you're selected, copy paste, and then it's about the same size on each one. This is going to be green. Okay. So there's the laser cutting part. When you're building your character or your design, you might come up with a character you've built out of parts, and you've been using the shape builder parts tool to kind of put things together, and you might pull a part away and notice that there's still that part there because it's actually cut into this other shape here. So what we need to do for that case, we need to actually create the full outline so that you have stuff to sew onto. So you want to select the part, so which I've done, and click on the shape builder and just rebuild it back together. Okay. If this was going to be a stuffed animal or a copy, I need to make sure that I have 2 of these so that I can sew them together, and I might even want to have 2 of these or 1 on the other side. Okay, so that's the laser cut parts. So to do the stitching that you can see here in this character here and in this character here, we're just going to use the pen tool, but we're going to make one change to the pen tool. We're going to turn off the fill. We're going to turn on the stroke. You can choose what color you want the stitching to be here. Then we're going to click on the word that says stroke, and it opens up a little menu. And the only thing we're going to do in here is going to click on the words dash line so the check is there. We're going to leave it on 10 and 10, or you might need to type in 10 and 10. And then when we stitch, it will stitch just like that, 10 to 10. So you might want to go here, 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 here. It's going to go really fast, but you should take your time. Make sure your stitching is nice and even. Alright, there we go. In my case, I'm click back on the selection tool. I'm going to click on this line, and I want it to just be a little bit thicker. Oop, maybe not that thick. Okay. You also could use that dashed line when you draw circles or any other shape. It's just under the stroke. And you can play around with the size of the stroke, or how much space is between each of the dashes. Okay, so that's how you do the stitching. If you're going to add details, for example, I wanted to put some red lines here. You can just add them using the same stitching dash line. Okay. What is that? Circuit diagram. What happened there? Alright, so I'm going to copy and paste. I'm going to call this circuit diagram. And I'm going to pull it down here. So for the circuit diagram, what you need is, you're going to need this outline. So I'm going to copy and paste. Place it down here. You're going to go up to File, and you're going to Place. And you should have downloaded two things, the LilyPad PNG and the LilyPad LED and battery compartment. So I'm just going to bring these both in, drop them, and I'm going to zoom in. You can see it's plus and minus. We're going to hold Shift. This is going to go right in the middle of the wherever this is. This circle thing up here is. It's going to be shining bright right there. And then File and select. File, Place. Oh, I just did it again. File, Place. And bring in the battery compartment. And you do need to think about how to line them up. You see, this is minus and minus. This is minus and plus. So I'm going to go to the edge and go a little bit far out till you get this curved circle. It allows you to rotate it. If you hold Shift, it will only rotate it in 45-degree increments. You want to light it up. I think I might move this up a little higher. Right there. Maybe I can make this a little smaller. But you do want to think about the size of your components. This has got to be a lot smaller because it's a lot smaller than the. Okay, and then the same thing we're going to do with we want to change it to a gray because it's going to be conductive thread. Make it a little thicker, and then use that dashed line and just go. Let's say you want to do a curve line. Does that. You can select them, and if you want to make any changes to the line, you can do that here. Make it a little bit thinner. Okay, so there's the circuit diagram. The full color with stitches. You've got your laser cut parts, you've got your circuit diagram. The last thing you need to do is go ahead and just copy over a production outline. And this is going to be depending on your design a little bit, but this is just a very brief, what is the first thing you're going to do, the second, third, fourth, fifth, and you can read through this at your own pace. Okay, thank you.